And we are live and we are back for another episode of the Encouraging Woman She Speaks podcast, episode 9. Welcome back, y'all. I'm your host, Ashley Dee, with my co-host, Dr. Storm.
I'm funny.
I was about to give her a new name, y'all.
I felt that.
You know
I
it.
felt that.
Y'all, guess what, man? We are so excited to be back. I know Dr. Storm is excited. Y'all, look at her. All 32. It's 32, right?
I may have 35.
I don't know the total, y'all, but listen, let me tell y'all, we are excited. First of all, Happy New Year. We are back, guys. I'm so excited for us to have this finale happening. Season 2 has been amazing.
Yes.
And the greatest thing that I can say, the biggest announcement right now, y'all, my girl, Dr. Storm, she's newly engaged. Yeah, showing the rock, girl. Showing the rock.
I'm a fiance, y'all.
She a whole fiance, y'all. I'm so excited for Dr. Storm and her new fiance. Like, he's an amazing person. Like,
yes, that's a good man.
That's a good man, Savannah. Oh my gosh, I have been like, that process was just like, oh, but we made it. To God be the glory, like my auntie said.
Yes, I am so excited, truly honored. I'm engaged now, so
You
I can actually say my man's name.
I was waiting for you to spill the tea.
So as Ashley Dee has said, y'all, I did get engaged on Saturday. I actually had a birthday on Thursday.
And
I
you
turned
did?
21. Don't forget that.
30.
But then my main man, he got on one knee, y'all. I'm talking about one knee. You see, I keep moving this.
Y'all
it's all new.
Show him the rock. What Mario say? Show him the ring, baby. Show him the ring.
And Mr. Hunter did his thing, girl.
He did a big one, dog.
But I'm sorry. I'm excited. To God be the glory.
That is so amazing. I think love is so beautiful. Yes. I am so excited for you guys and what's to come, because I already know it's about to roll like that thing for the move quick. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy. I was so excited to be a part of that process. I think about all my close friends. Everybody's pretty much married, engaged. And this is the first one that I've been able to be a part of the process. Mm-hmm. Like from the beginning
to the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only the beginning even now. So, but it was such a great experience. I was just like, wow.
So I'm just rubbing it off for you.
It's don't come to me a little bit. But it was such a great feeling to be a part of it, because, you know, you see your friends, you grow up with them. We've been locked in for almost 7 years, y'all. 7 years. And to see the beginning, just of the journey of, you know, going through everything you've been through. Mm-hmm. I was just like so excited. I was like, what y'all need? What y'all need? Let me know. Like, I can help you. What you need? You know, I am that designer. What you need? And when I say it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I was so happy for you.
I was crying, y'all.
She was crying, y'all.
A lot of tears, tears of joy, and just it was an amazing time. Yeah. And you know, my fiance. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys. I mean, what's to come? It's gonna be so many blessings, and I already know this. Like, it's all coming. It's all coming together. Everything we've been talking about, it's all coming together. So I'm gonna be right there, 10 toes down, standing in the paint for whatever she needs. So, with that being said, Dr. Storm, how was your day? My day was staying, going through a bid process with the school. Yeah. I can't wait for that process to be over with, but it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I actually had no complaints.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, man, today was a busy day, y'all.
Like, yeah, you know, Ashley done transition in some areas. You know, she moving up in the world.
Listen, I really felt it today. It was kind of hard to let go of a piece of your life and like, all right, now to the next phase of my life. But I'm just like so excited for what God has in store. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, deep breath, one thing at a time, stay focused. Mm-hmm. Don't get distracted. Don't get overwhelmed.
Balance
is the key. And I will say, after tonight's episode, I'm putting me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I really said it. I kid you not. Like, I really feel like overstimulated right now. So it's time to take a little breather and a break. Focus on Ashley.
It's okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
And we're gonna be good.
I'm here for it.
That's all we gonna do. Mm-hmm. But today is a great episode. I mean, every episode is really good, I will say. But this was slightly different because I like to kind of sometimes throw in our male audience, our male friends that we have that can kind of touch into our male audience, right?
Come
on. Because we do have those supporting us, right. You know, even though it is an encouraging woman, it also filters around our support system, which are the men. They are there for us. They're the backbone to us as well.
The head of the household. Y'all know how I feel about my men.
Come on now. Talk about it. Talk about it. So today is one that I thought about. I was saying to myself, we always oftentimes when a new year hits, we're like, new year, new me. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden come February, we're like, child, I'm gonna eat that steak and the potatoes and I ain't worried about no gym. And I always say, I'm like, why are we like that as a people? Like when we got a trip coming up, we really go hard in the paint. Then like on a regular daily basis, we're like just falling by the wayside with our health. We're not focused on it. I mean, from mental health to physical health. Yeah. So I thought about, I was like, man, my trainer's the best. Like he's the GOAT. I mean, like to get me back in the flow, and I love fitness and the just how it makes me feel on the inside mentally and physically. Coach. So I literally said, Coach, you gotta come on. I said, Coach, you gotta get on this thing. He's like, Ash, I got you, sis. You know, so I just said to myself, I'm all about making sure we're spreading the wealth and the knowledge to our community. And that's every area. Every way possible. Mm-hmm. So for today, our guest, he goes by the name of Coach Dee. Come on, Coach. Coach Dee is an amazing friend of mine, I will say, and one of the bros, okay? That's another good clock that T. Oh, I figured this what this was over the weekend. Yes. And he is a certified coach, instructor, fitness guru, all the above, you name it, he does it. So without further ado, guys, we're going to put our hands together for my brother, good old Coach Dee. Come to the forefront. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I done made it to the big stage. Hey, hold up. Do I get theme music?
Come on. Now, you know if he was at the venue.
Nah, I'm messing with you. How y'all ladies doing tonight, man?
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Another day above ground, so everything is everything.
Hey. You better stay in, Coach.
All is well. Hey, now you know you how to do this for my sis, man, because you know, hey, I ain't a podcast dude now, but hey, I'm gonna get on here. I said I'm gonna get. Hey, sis, you call me, you say you need me, I'll be there.
That's right.
Why not almost just hit the Michael Jackson? No, I'll be there. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, Coach.
She about to sing.
You in love. We done heard about you. You in love. Go ahead.
Show him the region.
Show him the region.
Hey. Nah, hey, that's big. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is major.
Like, so now I got in my mind, I gotta keep my fitness on, you know. I'm like, I gotta watch what I eat.
Hey, gotta make sure
you gotta do the same thing you did to keep them.
It's cheaper to keep them, G.
Hey, you feel me?
That is so important, and I hope that you hit that in your message, Coach.
That's right.
Hey,
that's
can't
right,
fall
Coach.
Off, man. Can't fall
Come
off.
on, Coach. Welcome to the stage, man. We are so excited to have you. First and foremost, thank you for saying yes, because people can sometimes like, no, that ain't my ministry. I can't do it. So, but I appreciate you saying yes and never always giving me guidance. We always kind of touch bases with each other, tapping in, awesome. See how we doing. But I know you're new to our audience, but I want you to tell us a little bit about who is Coach Dee.
Wow. And them people don't care about me. No, I'm just messing. So yeah, my real name is Darren. I go by Coach Dee. There's a lot of Coach Dees, but I'm the real one. I'm the real one. The real me.
Certified.
But yeah, born and raised in South Florida. Went to the infamous Ely. I know we got some Panthers looming around here, but it's okay. But yeah, I went to high school at Ely, man, and then I went to Florida State for all 4 years of college, played football up there, did my academics, graduated, and then I came back home and worked. I did some football camps here and there, tried to do the Canadian football thing. Kind of, I went through my early 20s, kind of stumbling and bumbling into things, worked some odds and ends jobs, but I was always around a gym, around sports, some type of recreation. I worked at TCC. post college as the intramural coordinator. So I coordinated a lot of the
That's so
inter
cool.
school competitions and stuff. And then I
Okay.
also ran the gym. There was a school gym, or I could say a
Okay.
campus gym that they
Mm-hmm.
had, and I oversaw that. That was kind of like threw in that on me. It was kind of like, hey, can you do this too?
Can you do this
In
too?
addition to what my regular job is. So I've been around gyms for several for several years
Yeah,
in addition to working in it and working out in it for competition.
I
And then
got
when I
you.
came back home, life just has a way of kind of putting you where you need to be. I was working at Lauderdale Lakes in the
Yeah.
recreation department again. So I was around youth football and youth basketball and
Mm-hmm.
the sports that they had at the park. And so, it just kind of, it's always been my niche. It's something that just kind of
Mm-hmm.
grew on me.
That's
And I
awesome.
think the biggest thing was just transferring the knowledge that I had from the
Yeah.
athletic background to a more
Mhm.
coaching standpoint. So, as time went on, that's kind of how I evolved into the person now and come and see multiple times a week.
Y'all, Coach
You
D.
got to looking good, Coach.
Hey, Coach D is the only person I know is gonna make me get up at 5 in the morning to work out.
5 in the morning.
Hey,
You
and when you
gotta be
hey when
real
you go
committed.
missing, I'm texting. Yeah, and when
Hey,
you go missing,
he gonna,
I'm texting. I'm
real
like,
quick.
hey, what's up?
Where
Yeah,
you at?
everything good? I need where you
That's
at? Yeah.
good. That
No.
accountability is so
He is
huge.
big on accountability, and I think that's what really locked me into the gym. Is like from the moment I walked in, it was like, "All right, Ash, what we doing?" I'm like, "Okay, don't let me miss a day." He like, where you at? I ain't see you. Everything good?"
It's like you either go sink or swim.
Yeah.
And if you think you go sink,
Right.
I'm gonna come get you.
No, seriously.
Because you go
Right.
put in the work.
Seriously. So what is it that I know you stated about football? Like that was kind of how you started getting into fitness. But nowadays we have the Zenith Factory, right?
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like what drove you to actually opening the Zenith Factory?
Okay. Uh, so I actually started taking fitness seriously as far as trying to start my business when I
Mm-hmm.
actually tore my ACL. I was
Ooh.
rehabbing. And this was after college. Now I went through my whole college career. I had little sprains and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a wrist surgery in high school, but nothing knee wise. So I tear my ACL post college, playing semi pro down here, just trying to just keep active. And as I'm working my way back into working out, friends of mine would come and work out with me because it was my first time.
Right.
I was kind of torn up about it because I didn't know how this was gonna go. Because you tear
Yeah.
ACLs in football, it used to be like the end of the world. It's like, oh no, you're done.
Right.
You'll never be the same, stuff like that. So as I'm willing my way back to kind of getting back on my feet, people will come and work out with me. And before you
Okay.
know it, one or two people would tell us, "Oh, I'm going to work out with D," and they're like, "Wait, he what?" And I started thinking about it. Yeah, and it sounded crazy. They're like, "Wait, do you know what he be doing?" Like, so. I started with one or two people. And I've tried this a few times with partners,
Yeah.
former teammates, one of my best friends. This is actually my quote unquote second business, but I actually turned it into the Zenith Factory.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it just started growing. I started
Nice.
buying the equipment. I started promoting it. I started, going to other facilities. 'Cause I used to train
Yeah.
predominantly outside.
Okay.
And right around the time 2019, I actually started looking for a serious place to open up. And
Wow.
what ended up happening was a former teammate of mine who actually put my finger back in place. I dislocated my finger.
Ooh.
He reached out to me, and he does kids training, or he did kid training, and
Yeah.
I predominantly trained adults. So we came together, created a contract, and I worked out of the space, and that gave me a chance to not get kicked out of Crunch. And what else? I got kicked out of UFit,
Oh.
Planet Fitness.
They
Oh yeah,
kicking you
they
out.
don't they don't. Hey, they don't blackball me all in Broward. I done been everywhere.
Oh my
I done been
God.
You didn't
everywhere.
have no choice but to open
Yeah, man.
up.
Let me go ahead and
Yeah.
open my own
So
gym.
what got me was people was coming and asking for me because I was promoting on Instagram for years, and every
Yeah.
now and then I go down the humble path and I go and look at stuff I posted years and years ago, and I'm like, dang, bro, I really was, I really was in them trenches. I really was in them
Hey.
trenches. And
God.
luckily, things happened along the journey with that particular situation and the facility that I'm
Mhm.
in now. And
Yeah.
I had a choice to make. It was like, hey, we thinking about closing up. You're still here. How do you feel
Mhm.
about taking over? Do you want to do this? And I had to just get down and just make a decision. I prayed about it and I just jumped. I had never owned a gym. I didn't know half the stuff I know now going into it. So I had, hey, them first 2 years, woo. Hey,
Ooh, talk about
hey,
it.
them first 2 years, boy. Hey, it's hey, but you have to put yourself in that situation because starting anything, fitness, relationships, anything that you've never done before, you can't wait till the perfect time. Because if you wait till the perfect time, it'll never come. It'll never happen. So that is the short version of how we got to where I'm at now, and I'm grateful to God for everything that I went through because now I'm able to teach the coaches that I have now. Like I'm like, hey, come in. All of them I think at some point have told me that they have aspirations of opening up their own place, but I think that they see how much I work, and not to say that they won't change their mind and go back and chase that, but you get to really, when you're working with us and you're in this close space, you really get to see just how much it takes. I'm the first person there at 5, like Ashley
And
said,
the
and
last
I got a
one to
class that
leave.
started. Hey, and I got a class that started at 8:30. So at like almost 10 o'clock at night, I'm closing that door, locking that key. I got maybe 3-4 hours of kind of like downtime, if that, and I gotta be back up on that horse in the morning. So it's a grind, but when you have people that love and appreciate what you do, that makes it all worth it. That makes it all worth it.
It's easy.
Yeah, because I really realized, like I tell you all the time, like D, like you helped me mentally get so much stronger than I was before. Because I'm like, I was drowning.
Yeah.
There'll be time before I walk in the gym, I'm like crying in my car, and I get in there and I'm like, I'm in the gym and I'm working hard. I'm like, all right, I feel better.
Because I believe that
that's some
we
endorphins,
need
man.
it. We need it, especially women. We got all type of hormones, right? So we need to be able to. Hey, watch it.
Hey, Miss Ma'am, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I deal with enough of y'all. I know.
I believe that just some type of format, and especially working out, is so vital. I definitely appreciate my trainers, and they hold me accountable. I got one that he just talk all kind of ways, and it be so bad to how sometimes you gotta tell your parents where you're going. You find yourself. Like tonight, he was like, "All right, we gotta hit the spin class." I was like, "Well, I got a podcast tonight." So you explaining yourself.
Listen, I do it again. What I said, D, I'm sorry, I can't come tonight. I got the part.
But it's one of the most
no excuses.
I tell people all the time, the doctors need to prescribe more. Get inside the gym, get a trainer, and work out versus prescribing medication. The bulk of these medications.
So can I? That's a good point. Can I say something about that right there? That's something that one line that you just said is something that I always kind of harp on. I say, do it when you have the choice. I say it's a lot different when the doctor comes in with that sheet, with that chart, and that thing that like this here thick, and he like going down the list of things that you got wrong, that you got to get your cholesterol down, your sugar levels are high, you having arthritis, and I'm like, at that point, it's mandatory. See, when you in that voluntary stage, you can pick the things you want to do. I want to do a spin class, like you said. I want to do an aerobics class. I want to do weight training. When you kind of start getting to the point where the body is breaking down and now you kind of limit it because you just functionally can't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had 10 years to try to get out there and do it. And now you kind of like put yourself in a bad spot. It still can be done, just not how you might want to do it,
Correct.
Yeah, the old folks used to say all the time, keep living.
Keep having birthdays.
And one of the things that I realized is I keep getting younger because I will always be a young tenderoni. That, when I used to hit the gym in my 20s, it was a total different workout from now. I hit the gym. I just want to lay down and go to sleep. And my body feels so good, though.
Yeah. You have the best sleep around that time. It gives you the best sleep.
But it's definitely vital. Coach, why would you say, tell me this, because I'm trying to figure this out. I think Ashley said it. The first of the year, everybody had these gym goals. They be taking up the bikes and taking up the weights. And listen, but then by February, we back to normal.
Straight.
what's the disconnect, Coach? Like,
what have you seen,
help
Coach?
the audience out.
So you got to look at it this way, and I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. Seriously, about 7, but even in the early, very early stages, I get constant contact through
Mm-hmm.
email, phone call, text message, Instagram. People act off of emotion and motivation in
Mm-hmm.
that moment, right? So something is a trigger for you. You either got an address that you didn't like the way you look, you might have a Michelin man look going on, and you like, ain't no way, I got to get this weight off. Events like, okay,
Yeah,
class reunion coming up, wedding,
I love
as we
right.
about to be
yeah,
planning, wedding,
Yeah.
cruises, vacations, big birthday. So we put these moments in our life on this big stage, and at that very moment that you're getting ready to prepare for it, it's
Yeah.
all about the aesthetics, right? So we'll
Mm-hmm.
work those first couple of weeks towards that goal, and when and if we achieve it, and a lot of people don't, this is the caveat,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't. So it took you 3 years to gain 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 100 pounds, and you think a 21-day Daniels fast or a 21-day challenge, or hell, even a 75 hard is going to erase all of that. And when it doesn't happen that way, now the motivation starts to go down. What we need to focus on as a people, as a culture, as a society is discipline. Like, there's days, and Ashley can tell you, we be dead tired. I be gassed. I be gassed from repeating the workout. I'm demonstrating the workout. I done
Yeah.
wrote the board. I done, and I'm still like, okay, you have to stand to deliver. I can't come
mhm.
in flat because they looking at me like, well, what's wrong with you? And why you acting like that? Y'all, he got an attitude today. So
Yeah, a lot
I
of women
have to
talk.
be disciplined in
You
my
know.
craft, and still be able to do what needs to be done. And I don't think we truly have reached that point yet. We still getting caught up in the aesthetics and the quick
Mm,
results. And yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes that does happen, but is it are we trying to get a quick result? Or are we trying to have a lifestyle change? I think
Right.
that's what the problem with what you're talking about is. We're not
Mm-hmm.
coming into the new year saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to consistently eat better. I'm going to consistently exercise. I'm going to make this an integral part of my life just as much as I do my nails, my hair, my eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause y'all know y'all be coming in a slave, what? And I sweat them out. I sweat them out. Coming
He
up with
got
this fresh
lashes
beat.
on
Ooh,
the
I
floor.
love it. Hey, man, I picked up a lash the other day. That thing looked like a dang on
It was so
roach in
big.
there, man. That thing was so big, boy. What? I'm about to charge
oh
the lions some rent money. Hey, you got to pay to be up in here, bro. But that's what it is, man. It's discipline. It's a lack of discipline. I think the motivation is there, but motivation comes and goes like the wind blows. So even
Yes.
for me, some days I wake up and I'm eager. I'm like, okay, we got 15 deep in class. Okay, cool. I still got to show up when there's only 1 or 2 people who book for that class,
Yes.
for that day. So you don't
Yep.
get to just pick and choose when class or when your fitness journey is gonna be the
right.
highlight of
Correct.
your life. You got to go through every peak and valley. They don't want to go through them
We got.
valleys, but them valleys get lonely.
I know.
Bobby say people want a quick fix.
They do.
Hey,
Coach, we got a question. Son, Nina stated, how do you get started? That's her dilemma. Like, how do you actually push yourself to get started?
okay. That's a very good question. And that goes hand in hand with talking about New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Just start small.
hmm
Yep.
People come and talk to me and they doing a consultation and they showing me all these pictures of these people who've been working out training for years. And
hmm
my
Yeah.
particular audience, my niche of women is usually between anywhere to late 20s, and I got some ladies who is up as high as like in their early to mid 50s. All I
Yeah.
kind of fall in between. I don't really have too many city girls. Now,
Nah.
JB, my other coach, he
JB
got the
has the
city
city
girls because
girls. I love them.
he's younger. He's younger. So my
Yeah.
demographic is, these are mothers, these are full-time career women,
more
you know.
wisdom.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, they a little seasoned, they got a little season on them, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta start small. You don't jump off the couch and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna work out 7 days straight. You got real life things you gotta deal with. You got
that's
bills, you
right.
got kids, you got a husband, potentially,
Yeah.
or a significant other, maybe not a husband yet, but a significant other. So start
Right.
small. Hey, just a couple of days a week first, get your legs under you, and slowly start to increase that as time permits. But when you
Yeah.
That's
set a
good.
goal to say, hey, I'm gonna do this 7 days a week, and then you start missing those goals again. We talk about the motivation; it goes down. So
Right.
I would say start small. Biggest thing, start small. Start
Yeah,
small.
I like it. I like it.
Because if you depend on motivation, you'll never start. Because like
Never.
you said, Coach D, you gotta go to anything. You have to have a level of consistency, and then
That's
want
the
the
key.
lifestyle. I think as we get older, we gotta realize that it becomes a lifestyle versus a quick thing when here and there. Because our body starts to break down whether we want it or not.
Yep.
Statistics says that our muscle mass lessen when we get older.
Correct.
Our bones start to weaken as we get older. So if we know these things are going to happen, it's almost as being intentional. But that's like saying, being intentional not to smoke, not to do certain things.
That's good.
Absolutely.
I like that one.
Absolutely.
I like that one. So, Coach, how do you balance? Because you have like all these roles you're playing. How do Coach Dee balance?
7 days.
So I don't know if y'all watch a lot of Shannon Sharp, but he's one of my favorite guys out right now. And he said something many podcasts ago. And obviously before podcasting was a thing, this was something that I learned in my athletic journey, which is there really is no balance, to be honest. I think that's something that we say to make ourselves feel good, but there really isn't a balance. Something is gonna suffer. It's gonna whatever you're chasing is gonna require sacrifice. Some nights I get 6 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep if I decide to take it in early, but something is not gonna get done. I have to tell myself it's okay. Something is not gonna get done. I might not get to those emails. I might not get to that client that's to respond back. And all I do the next day, I say, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you. My day was busy, whatever. Let's can we it's now a good time. Something is going to suffer, and that's just the cost of doing business. This balance, this mindset of everything balancing it out, that's I gotta say, I don't feel like you're gonna ever really have balance. You learn how to juggle and kind of flip and switch hats.
I agree.
You do it almost effortlessly. But to say that you have a balance, I think the only time you really will have a balance is if you take a vacation. Like if I went on a vacation, I had to leave. Like you have to move away, because if I'm in the city or in the area, the family calling, the clients calling, and you have to shut it down. But you're not gonna find balance. What you're gonna have to do is find peace with the sacrifices that you made. Understand that some people ain't gonna be happy. You're gonna miss some events. You're gonna miss some birthdays. You're gonna miss some award ceremonies. But the ones you can make them when you can. But you have to be somewhat selfish in any journey. Fitness, life, goals, career. It all ties in. It all ties in.
Coach, I'm going to challenge you.
What you got?
You know I'm an educator, right?
Oh, let's go talk about it. Hello.
Talk about it.
So everybody talks about balancing, because in my mind, I try to tell myself that, okay, Storm, balance. But when you said something is going to suffer, and I had to go to the definition of the word balance, and it says, I just dropped down two sides. One is equal, and the other side is correct proportions. So when I think about balance, I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I never saw it from that aspect. Because it is going to be something that you do like. And even if you take a vacation as an owner, entrepreneur, our minds is running 7 days a week.
It's still not shutting down.
I have to tell my brain, like, shut it down. And sometimes it still doesn't shut down, but we're on 7 days a week. We're not off.
No.
And when I think about the things that is being suffered, whether it's sleep, whether it is an email, an appointment that you can't make, an event that you can't go to, that it is very important. So I guess when you take away the word balance and just saying, I remember somebody said, I write down everything, but if I accomplish 80% of that goal that I did for my to-do list, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Because nothing really is 100%.
I'm still funny enough. You said that. I'm even at this late in the game. I'm still learning that because
Yeah.
I wake up on the day and I write my little notes on my iPhone and I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It might be 10 things on there. I might get only about three. I'm again motivation. I woke up,
Hey,
got some good rest. I'm ready to hit the ground running, but it just life is not fair. You can have the
no.
best plan, the perfect plan, and it's not gonna always go that way. And I think we get
Right.
shell
Right.
shocked when oh my gosh, how do I deal with it? Anxiety be through the roof, depression, you're
Mm-hmm.
functioning depression, all of that because you've put again unrealistic expectations
Expectations.
on yourself. Like
Yep.
as an entrepreneur, it's something that entrepreneurs deal with, but everyday people deal with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mothers deal with that. I want to make sure little Boo Boo and Ray Ray got all of his stuff together, but I still got to do classes. I
Mm-hmm.
got to go to work and perform. I still got to, put out for my significant other before he get upset or he think, I ain't in love with him no more. It's a lot to deal with. These
Coach,
are
you done
real
been through some
life.
things.
Hey, what?
Hey,
Hey, come
picking
on.
on women, dog. I'm
My
telling you.
God. Hey,
Oh
hey,
Look,
my
boy.
God.
I told
Hey,
Ash, I said, you can tell he worked with a lot of women.
Yeah, he do.
boy.
He know it.
Look, all
Hey.
their personalities coming out right now.
Everything.
Hey, face is just flashing in front of my face right now as I'm talking. I'm
Because you
like,
know who you talking about.
I love y'all though.
And
Y'all
he's
good,
low key
man. Y'all
like our
good.
therapist. He's our coach. We be
Low
venting.
key. Low key. Man.
What you say,
Woo.
Coach? Put some respect on my name.
Hey,
He gonna put the
hey,
credentials on the back of your name, coach.
it's a lot more. It's a for sure though. It's a lot more to it. Yes, the physical part is there, but to get
Yeah.
people to really buy in and stuff like that, that part is something that they don't teach in a certified course or a textbook.
Yeah.
You just have to
No.
learn how to connect with people and meet them where they are. And when you have 40, 50 different personalities, it gets even
Yeah.
more challenging. Because the way I
Yeah.
might talk to Ash and me and Ash and Joe, it's some people I go over to when they slacking out there, I just go over to them like, you gonna get yourself together? We doing this today, and they be like, "Coach," I be like, "Are we doing this today?" So it's learning again. It's learning how to connect with people. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that motivation, if it's not there that day, I don't. Me and Ashton had to. Hey, you good? Hey, we gonna get it,
I
bro. We
was like, I'm
and we
finna get it.
skate
I'm gonna
back.
do another lift. Go ahead and put an extra 10 on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that's life, though. That's life.
Yeah. Life is gonna come at you every shape, way possible. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Correct.
It does. I
Correct.
think I found myself when I got back in the gym because at one point
Mm-hmm.
I gained like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And I yeah,
Yeah.
No,
seriously,
not
50
you.
pounds.
Hey, you
I
what
was
you said,
50,
Box Chevy?
Oh, hey.
was unrecognizable. And I think that what did it for me is when I looked in the mirror and I said, who is this person?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I have to change for me.
Yep.
And I got consistent no matter what. I made going to the gym like I was going to work. And let me tell you something. I went from 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped that 50 pounds, and baby, you could barely keep me on some clothes.
She got a two-piece
Hey,
everything.
hey. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it. But she
But
said
it
something that
was
was
more of
Storm. You
a
said something
mental.
that was very important.
Yeah.
You said I did it for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
I
was.
think as we become more and more influenced by social media, that's
Mm-hmm.
another issue with what you originally asked about the new year, new me
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Are we
Mm-hmm.
doing this for me? Are we doing this for the gram or whatever your platform pick
Yeah.
Right.
is? Are
Yeah.
we doing this for people to, give us a round of applause? Or are we truly doing this because we want to be a better version of ourselves? And I
Yeah.
Right.
think that gets lost in translation when and if you don't get the applause, when and if nobody sees your work. They'll
Mhm.
see it, off to the side if they haven't seen you in some time. But
Right.
Right.
it's not something that you have to you cannot base this around trying to make somebody love you or trying to make somebody notice you or trying to
Yeah.
get your lick back on that person that hurts you or that even guys, because dudes, hey, listen, I deal with women, but I done talk to some dudes who like, oh man, I'm trying to have these girls all up. I'm like, bro, listen.
They have Back then, she won't be now.
It's
Just to say he
you
ain't
gotta have,
lying.
it's gotta have something deeper. It's gotta have something deeper to it. And a lot of people get caught up in that. They want people to validate them. They want people to clap for them and be like, "Oh, girl, I see you." Or, "Dang, bro, I see you doing that." You got to do it for yourself, man. And if you ain't doing it for that, you already behind the 8 ball. You got to go back in that closet and pray a little bit harder.
Coach, when I see my body transform and how it because when I was growing up, I had like a little booty.
Yeah. Oh, you a little booty?
Look, Coach, how you feel about
it?
It was.
Hey, she wasn't no box Chevy ass. She was a Fiat.
It was horrible.
She was a Ford Focus.
And my aunties, they got the badonk-donks.
Okay.
And I just missed the trend.
She missed it.
Back in my younger days.
Yes. That gym boy.
As I got older,
gym got it right.
I realized that working out started to structure my body.
Yeah, it does.
So I went from no booty, because I always had a nice size breast. I went from no booty to now my booty starting to go like this. It went like this.
Oh. Hey. And that's the thing.
I'm being real.
No, that's real. No, that's real.
I love it.
And then I ended up gaining weight, and then I lost it. But then my booty started to go like this.
Come on now.
I was hitting them squats like.
She like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I said,
nah, Coach, they be like, she thick, boy.
Look at her. She be standing up like.
You seen the stuff. They be like, well, she thick. I be like, yeah, slim thick.
Hey, I call that, y'all probably heard this term when they say, "Oh, you got your grown woman body," right?
Yeah.
You ever heard that term? Yeah, sometimes, hey, you gonna go through that. I remember the freshman 15. Y'all remember that? The freshman 15. All them when we left high school, everybody was like, for the most part, small. And then the pizza, the wings, the beer, the drinking. Boy, by senior year, boy, them Fiats look like school buses, boy. It was bad.
Talk about food. So let's talk about nutrition, man. How important is that, man? I love pizza. That's no problem.
Hey, I am infamous Storm. I do this right here, right? So a lot of my girls I follow and clients I follow on Instagram, and when they get on there and I see them plates, screenshot king. I'm petty. I'm very petty now. I will say that.
He definitely is, y'all.
I'm very petty. Cause if I see the whole class been out that weekend when Monday come, I get them. We cardio all night.
Yeah.
All night. Oh, so y'all want to go to brunch?
Throw it up.
How many margaritas?
Oh yeah.
I got you.
And they be like, Coach, how you saw that? You ain't even follow me. I got burner accounts, baby. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
And he do.
I do. And I follow your friends. I don't even gotta follow you because people tag each other. So your friends be the ones telling them, y'all better be careful.
I think that food is so huge because especially where we're going now, the statistics of what we call the regular diseases, diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, cardiac arrest, and all of that stuff is so tied to everything that we eat. But it's like you want to eat good, right? Don't get me wrong. I like to go to, whole food and the organic stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when life is life, you're
gonna grab what you can.
Certain things that you gravitate to. But one of the things that I learned is even when life is life, you can still get an apple from Walmart. You can still decide on better choices.
Yeah, I agree.
So how about I give you so you're an educator, right? So let me add a little nugget to your thing, right? So
she gonna put her pen.
So for this year, my motto has been to myself, and I tell people this all the time. Now I'm gonna use the clean version, but it's be intentional, right?
Yeah.
You have to be intentional. The same way that you intentionally book that hair appointment, you contact your nail tech as soon as that fingernail break or them eyebrows feel in, you like, and y'all are on it. Nobody ain't got to tell you. You gonna make time. Whether you gotta if you on the clock, you gonna take that lunch break and go over there and get them eyebrows taped up so it's right. Why don't we take that same approach to preparing our food? You know that your schedule is this. Okay, cool. It might not be a brunch type spread for that first couple of days of the week, or it might not be a 5-star meal in the sense of how it looks. It's not, but you can plan and be intentional with what you're eating. If you know you're a busy person,
Yeah.
there's Google is at your fingertips. We all got cell phones, laptops,
Okay.
tablets. Sit there, spend 20 minutes and look up quick meals that are healthy. It ain't hard. We just stuck in our ways. So
Yeah.
tell
But here's
somebody,
the thing,
hey,
Coach. Everything is
mhm.
microwave. When I get
Everything.
my hair and
No, no,
nails done,
no, 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 no,
somebody's
no,
doing
no,
it for
no,
me.
no, no. Listen, no. I just saw a video to look. One of my bros. I ain't never met him, but he's big Instagram guy. He was
Mm,
just talking about this salmon, right? I
I
can
love.
prepare my salmon in 30 minutes. I can literally put it in the oven, bake it, go
Mm-hmm.
shower, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, and my dinner is ready. It's really no excuse. We can sit here and find one. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
asking you to stand on the stove and cook collard greens and a Thanksgiving meal, every
Macaroni.
other week. What I'm saying is find something that works for your schedule. Ground turkey, brown rice. These are easy things. You can get the steamed vegetable packs from the store, throw it in the steamer or the
Hmm.
microwave or however. If you want to do it on the stove, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But there are things that you can do to simplify your meal preps. And then on the weekends when you want to kind of, spend that time, you can do that when the time allows for it. But if you only have this much window, you can't take this much time. It's
Yeah.
you working against yourself. It'll never
I
work for
agree.
you.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
It's a
It'll never
agree.
work
mindset.
for you.
It's a
And
mindset.
everybody be like
Everything
this
is a
here.
mindset.
And my biggest thing that I get from a lot of my people is I think we tell ourselves that if I work out, like I have one lady, I don't know if she listening, but she know who I'm talking about. I'll know when she ain't been eating right. And I'll tell you why, because every week they supposed to weigh in. They have only thing one day they gotta weigh in a week. And
We
it's
be
up
running
to
for
you
the
to remember.
scale.
They be running from me. And I know they do because what'll happen is they'll 2, maybe 3 weeks ago by because I know you've been playing, tricking off. And when you feel like you done worked out real hard, when you done got back, you be like, "Oh, coach, I need to weigh in today." Oh, that's because you done went and got right. When I look at when the last time you checked in, it was December 25th or December
Ooh.
30th or whenever. It's been weeks, but you spent that time because you knew you had been off your game and all of this, so you was
You,
high.
you wrong for that,
So
Coach.
Coach be getting us all the way
hey
together.
man, I listen, just like people try to duck and curve things, I pay attention to people. I pay attention to patterns. I look at
Yeah.
behaviors. I look at reactions and things like that. And you want that from your coach. You want somebody that's
Yeah.
paying attention to you.
Hmm.
I can have a
Yeah.
room full of people. And the reason I be dead tired at the end of the night, because I'm working that room. And it's usually just
Right.
me. My other coaches
Literally.
have their clients. They dealing with them, and I'm
Yeah.
still in tune with what everybody's doing. But
That's good.
that's what when we talk about being intentional, you got to
Yeah.
be intentional. You got to be intentional with what you want to eat. If you know your cholesterol is high, baby, why is you eating steak bowls at Chipotle? You can't do that. You can't do that. You
Because
can't
it's
go
a
to.
30 day. It ain't gonna
See,
happen to me. It
Yep.
ain't gonna happen to
They gonna
me.
say it ain't gonna
that's what we
happen.
think. That's what we
And
think.
then
Yeah.
But
when it
how many
does
of our
happen,
Mm-hmm.
But how many of our people that's our age right now are dealing with cancer, dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes?
Strokes.
Shoot, we done
All
had some
that.
people stroke. Yeah, right. Stroke. And I'm not listen. If you fit or you're working out and something tragic happens to you, hey, I can live with that. But it's
Mm-hmm.
right?
when I see people just wasting away, and then they got the audacity to get on social media and be like, "Y'all pray for me." I'm like, man, you was just at the club with the hookah and the Don
You
Julio.
right.
I'm
Alcohol.
not, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we? You brought this on yourself. I'm not saying that's good for you that
Yeah.
it happened. I'm just saying it's kind of like, okay, now you want us to feel sorry for you? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of nah.
Yeah.
So
Great
yeah.
coach. Oh my gosh. I mean, we can't expect to have our fitness goals, eating bad, thinking it's gonna happen overnight. We need to get into a class. So, coach, tell me this. Do you do personal training? Do you do group exercises? Um, tell us how that goes.
Obviously.
So So
So,
as I started to grow in this season, I went out of my way to try to find coaches all throughout the day. I used to be a one-man show, so I would open up in the morning, close
mm-hmm.
up during certain hours, and then I come back at night. So it was a lot of dead time. But now I have a great staff. We have up to 7 coaches now.
That is so
Coming up,
Awesome.
awesome.
so we got classes all throughout the daytime, night. We do. We do aerobics like trap aerobics with Coach Vinny. We have
Come
soca
on,
fitness with
Vinny.
Coach Sandra. I do most of the weight training. So if y'all ever see my page, I'm a little bit of the hardcore kind of guy. Some people scared of me.
You know
They
how
say,
you
"Oh, he look
like. Y'all
mean.
see my
He
arms,
look
right?
right. He look mean." You got Coach G. She got Batty and Barbells. You got JB with Total Body Boot Camp, and he has a lot of classes like cardio classes, core classes, booty camp on Wednesdays. So we have
Oh,
so many different offerings. So if whatever your
yeah.
flavor is, whatever you want to try, and we got most stuff coming. Thank God, Lord, you could do the man for that. But we do all type of stuff: weight training, personal training, group sessions, private,
That's good.
semi-private. We host events. We do. I try to
Yes.
maximize my space as much as
Much
possible. If
possible.
you
That's
if
Yes,
we
he
awesome.
can
does,
think
y'all.
about how to make it happen, we
Yes.
do meal preps. JB runs our meal prep program. He does our supplements. I'm your smoothie guy. After your workout, after I kick you down real bad, beat you up a little bit, I hand you a nice cold one.
Listen, I be living for it's my treat. I be like, Coach, let me get that smoothie real quick.
So
Let me get
it's
the
just been a
lowdown.
blessing. Yeah,
That's
man. There it is, that lowdown.
that's
But
my favorite.
it's been a blessing to be able to, have all of these different classes and offerings and stuff. If you
Y'all
ever
one.
come into the
Good.
gym, I know to people who don't know how it works, it kind of look a little chaotic, but it's really not because you know who your people is, kind of like where
Yeah.
we at, and we maneuver
Yeah.
around each other. It's one big happy family.
That's
But
awesome.
it's very much close knit. People come in there and find friends. I know Ashley's found some girls that she close with
Yes.
now.
I love
We
them so
connect with each
much.
other on different levels. You come in a stranger, you become family, straight up.
That's
Literally.
I
awesome.
can't explain it no more than that. But yes, we do a little bit of everything, and I'm very big into like I work with people on form because I do make people weight train. We throw around some real weights. Like you ain't finna come in there and air squat. I heard you say it, Storm. You was like, "Oh, I did my squats." Yeah, come on, squat with us. We'll show you how to squat.
Listen, the coach. Let me say one thing about my trainer. I fuss him. It's like we have a love-hate relationship. Cause he know I'm gonna be the one. As soon as he say 100, I quickly say 99, and he's like 99. So when I can hear the love and passion in your voice, Ashley talks about you all the time.
Listen.
And the great things that you're doing. I just love it when coaches have a heart for their clients and their clients become. It's a relationship. I tell people all the time, like my gym family, we're family. I look forward to, just showing up to work out and just having a really good time as we get beat up because we get beat up.
Oh yeah,
Y'all be beating us
100%.
up.
100%.
Tip said you bully your clients.
And then be real mean with it.
He do,
Hey,
y'all.
and you know what the best part about it is? After it's all up, like y'all have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.
We be like tomorrow. All right, tomorrow.
Yeah, same time tomorrow.
This is
Hey, they be walking out the door. Hey, coach, you got class tomorrow? I'm like, you just cussed me out for the last hour.
What is the age group, coach? Someone's asked, what is the age group
that you use?
So I do kids. All of us do kids training in some shape. I think I think our two girls right now they're not doing kids, but me, JB, Vinny, we train kids. It just kind of depends on their level of understanding. So I have
Yeah.
some girls that I train and track. They're as young as like 9 and 8. And I
Wow.
have some high schoolers. I got some college guys. Shout out to my boy Hap. He going to the draft this year. We gonna pray for him. But yeah, I train anybody who's willing. I can adjust. I'm very much fluid. I've
Yeah.
dealt with people who've had knee issues, back issues. Shout out to Miss Nikki. She was a breast cancer survivor. Her and
Yes.
Renette. And
Yep.
when she came to me, she went back to her doctor after training with me. He was like, "Your numbers are phenomenal. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it."
Awesome.
So I pride myself on when I get feedback from the clients and they're telling me, hey, I was able to do this, so I went to the doctor and he saw this and he said, "You're doing
That's
great."
awesome.
That's the driving force. So I really don't.
Yeah.
Hey, whoever want it, I give everybody the smoke.
Yeah, he do. He do.
What you say?
It ain't no age. It's
Nobody
no
can
age limit.
nobody.
Hmm?
He even
Say
have
it again.
K2 Junior out there
Oh
exercising
yeah, I have
too.
my nephew was doing pull-ups, baby. We
He
started them early.
was.
We
He a
started them
whole
early.
rich.
We started
Junior
them
I
love
love
early.
him.
it. I love it. I love
He
it.
love the drill. But after this week, I'm so excited to really be going back full throttle because baby, the podcast has been having your girl booked and busy. But I'm so excited for the return to like really give my all. So I mean, it's gonna be great. Like I miss my gym fam.
I'm saying gym is needed. I tell people all the time. I'm like, oh no, I can't make. I gotta go to class, and they're looking at me like, well, you said you would never go back to school after a doctorate. I'm like, no, the gym is considered my class.
Yeah,
right.
I work.
It's
like
what
I
you
have
make
to
it
work.
too.
yeah.
It's what you make it. Like I think both of you have said it in a roundabout way of your own. Like you have curated these spaces with the people or with the coach to where, like you said, you've created a relationship. If you come in closed minded and you like, oh, I don't want to talk to nobody, or then yeah, you're not gonna get the
Not gonna involve.
fullness of it. Cause I'm sure Ashley and even you, Storm, have girls in y'all classes or in y'all sessions that y'all reach out to when y'all ain't seen them. Or, hey girl, I came across this.
Accountability
That's the
partners.
community building. Like we done shared. If somebody find a weight, nah, look, I ain't a fan of them, but y'all be sharing the links to the waist trimmers, waist slimmers, the gloves, girl, that Nike got we be doing that in my gym. Nike got a sale on. Hey, Nike got a sale on. You know what I'm saying? So and then I just found out one of my girls was Lululemon. I said, damn, I ain't charging enough. Then y'all got Lululemon money? Y'all balling.
Why
I need to up my price.
Lululemon?
Man, I ain't have no. I said, wait, that's the Lululemon outfit. I said, you got the whole month. You got the whole month.
I can get it the socks.
Come on, man. But nah, that's the beauty in it.
But what I will say, Coach Dee, what I do love is that it's not just our African American community that comes to your gym. The fact that you're coaching, I forgot her name, but I just love her. She comes in all the time.
Oh, Paola.
And I'm like, hi, mommy. I show her love. She showed me love. And we like, picture? And I'm like, let's go.
See, that's an interesting story, too. And I ain't going to hold y'all too long. But she reached out to me, and that was the first person I ever trained that did not speak English. I didn't know how this was going to go. But now we got our own system. And the longer she's been around, she kind of gets it now. But man, I was like, hey, I don't know how this is going to work. And I wrote her using Google Translate back and forth. So I'm writing her back in Spanish.
Technology.
Hey, you feel me? And she was like, yeah, I'm willing to try. And she's very sweet. The girls are taking a liking to her. She come in always upbeat. So, this is what it's all about, man. I can't fake that. I can't. And sometimes it sucks because I can't capture it either. Like I'm so busy I'm ingrained in the workout. I don't always think to grab my phone. I'm getting better, but I don't always get to capture these moments. So you got to just kind of be there to see it. You know?
That's awesome. Yeah. I got to come check y'all like one of these. I'm
going
to have to hit a 2 workout because, my trainer don't play.
I know.
So I have to come
if he anything like me, don't post. Right, yeah. If he anything like me, when my girls go somewhere else and they'll tell you, boy, I get salty. Ooh, you doing it?
Yes.
This what we doing?
I see you, sis, but when you at the gym, when you coming back?
Right. Hey, look, I got my own gym and I still go work out somewhere, so I'm okay with that. But that's just me being territorial. I put everything
because it's a relationship. That's why.
Correct. So it's like
form bonds in relationships, and I love it. When I tell somebody I told one of my gym people, I said, listen, the gym is such a happy place for me. I go and I just get lost in my workout, my music. I become Sasha. I become Sugar. I become
not the alter ego.
Foxy, bro.
Hey, Ash, she throw that wig on, that thing.
You already know how nice.
I become Pastor Storm. I become a prostitute.
You go through all these music genres while you working out. But let me tell you, Coach Dee got the best mixes when we work out.
And it'd be so funny because JB's a little bit younger than me, so his playlist be like Rod Wave, Boss Man, D-Lo, and then we got the old heads. We on the 2000s, the 2010s, and we in there still bumping like Juvenile, 400 Degrees. And the younger folks is looking at us like, that ain't what is this? But it's all good. I give them they shine. I play a little reggae. I play some Spanish.
He does.
I play the old school. I try to make sure I tap into everybody so everybody hear a little bit of what they like to hear, And
then, what I do love is that we do, if it's something that you truly don't want to hear, we'll throw on our headphones. If you want to lock in with yourself, we throw on our headphones.
You have the option.
You have that. Yeah. So I love that. I love that, Coach. So what I gotta have you to do, Coach, is to tell everyone how they can follow you, the address of the gym, let them know how to get there, type of thing. do all your plug-ins.
Yeah, hours in operation.
Yeah, so my Instagram is very simple. It's the Zenith Factory, TheZenith, and then the word factory. No underscores, no spaces, none of that funky stuff. We're located in Coral Springs, 7551 West Sample Road, Coral Springs, Florida. You can Google us. We are on Google Maps. We got our location. If you go on my Instagram, just tap one of the videos. I usually tag my location every time. And we open Monday through Sunday, like every day. We got a class. It might not be at the most convenient time for you, but if you're willing to make it work, just because you sign up with me, we make it work. If Ash come in, she's like, "Hey, bro, can I come in a little early?" I'm very flexible. I try to make sure we take care of our people. So schedule shouldn't be an issue. Price, now that's you know that's
Your
that's what it's
price
gonna
is your
be.
price.
That's what it's gonna be. But it's if you feel like your health and your fitness journey is worth it, it won't seem like too much to you.
That's
It's
right.
never too much. Not when y'all paying 300 for the when y'all paying 300 for the sew in, 150 for the fingernails and the feet. Plus man, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Come
right,
on.
Coach.
And that's one. And I try to tell people it's all about perception. Y'all will spend massive amounts of money on beauty products and stuff like
I
that.
agree.
I say my price is $185 a month for unlimited. That's 31 days. You can come multiple times a day. You can come to anything. You get the whole kit and caboodle. And they like, ugh, ugh, ugh. And that's because if I only charge you, and I learned this lesson the hard way.
Ooh, talk now. You about to talk some stuff now, Coach. Go ahead.
Oh, I am. Hey, listen. Your value and what you think this is valued at is not it's not gonna always be comfortable for you. So if I charge you $100, you gonna give me $100 worth of effort. Cause to you that might be play money. But if you say, hey, this coach charging $300 or whatever their price may be, you gonna be on him. You gonna be like, hey, I need my weigh-in, I need my meal. You gonna be on it. You don't treat a BMW like you treat a Toyota. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? And I want people, Eric. So, I try to make it as fair as far as time and schedule, flexibility. My girls and Penny people can tell you, hey, I can call Coach Dee at any time. I told people I had to cancel class tonight so I could be here for my sis. And I was telling people, hey, I told my coaches, I said, hey, y'all, some people might drop by. The workout is on the board. They pretty much know what they're going to do. Like, you don't have that everywhere. Some people are very strict. And some things I've had to reel back. But when I tell you it's about them, like, I want you to be successful. I want you to get the results. There's no reason that you can't do it if I've given you everything I got. Everything. So
look, Coach Dee, I got one last question from a guest. Cherie says, I keep hearing people say that they enjoy working out. At what point does the enjoyment come in? Because I hate it.
Well, you know what? And I'll give her an honest answer. Truth be told, as soon as my girls start doing well, I flip the script. I make it harder. So you're never going to feel like, oh, this is just a walk in the park. You may have a workout that you like certain people are stronger with their legs, some people are stronger with upper body, right? So they try to duck and dodge, and I'm only come on leg day, I'm only come on upper body day. It's okay. I still got to work out from the other day. I'll write your name specifically and make sure you do them legs. Boy, don't play with me. But it doesn't get. Yeah, and we talked, and she's like, bro, I be trying, bro, and that's cool, but it doesn't necessarily get easier. You have to embrace it. It's never gonna always be comfortable. It's never gonna always. Some days I could squat a house, and I done had 2 knee surgeries. Some days after I done did it, I'd be like, now why in the hell would you go and do that? Your knees hurt like hell tomorrow. But it's like, hey, you got to do it. It don't matter. I can't not do nothing. Just tell her to keep going. Tell that young lady to her, just keep going. It gets better. It gets better.
I think when I have my most difficult workouts, it be so good because I feel it the next day and I feel like I accomplished something. And I be like, ooh, that workout was good.
You know what helps too when I have those moments when my body's sore? I use Coach Benny's oil. And let me tell you.
I done rubbed that on the knees too. Well,
listen to me. I got to get you some.
I was just
Coach Benny at the gym. That oil, I put it on my knees after we would do leg days. And when I say I felt so much better, to this day, I put it and I sleep the best with it.
Yeah, I'm going to need some Coach Benny oil.
I call it Coach Benny oil.
Hey, come by. We got we trying to be a one-stop shop, man. We got so many good things coming. I'm excited. The coaches have so much to offer. I have so much to offer. It's one big, big
It
powwow.
has
So just come on
everything.
by. We welcome anybody and everybody.
What else we got? The best team ever. Jess said we the best team ever. Come on, Jess. Tiff says, sir, I feel like you are trying to make us not be able to use our legs to walk in the park.
Next question.
Tell the coach that ain't no but love.
Tell her she better book that class for 5 a.m. tomorrow. That's what I know.
She better.
Right. She better.
That's my pay grade.
Your pay grade. Hey, it's all love. Hey, one thing they can't say is that when you ain't gonna leave, even if you go away for a little bit, I get that too. Sometimes we gotta take a break. Life get to life. Okay, cool.
Yeah. They always come back.
You notice that difference. Like you notice that fall off. You'll be like, dang, man. I remember these little 10 pounds used to feel like featherweight. Why they feel so heavy today?
Went through it, coach.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, 10 pounds is atrocious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just keep going, man.
Do you remember like one of your one client that may have had the most significant change in their weight? Do you recall of any potential client that you had previously in the
past? Anybody who knows me know who this person is, boy. Ooh, wow. Probably my biggest success story had to be Lisa B.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa B. When she started with me, she started as a private client. We have something we called a loop, and I remember it would just be me. It used to be just me and her in there. And some days I would get her to cry. Not that I'm trying to, but she would get so frustrated. She out of breath. She tired. Now she's gone. I mean, I've had her for about 5 years off, mostly on, a few times off. We had our toxic relationship, as we call it, where we get mad at each other, and she decides she don't want to see me, and then she like, all right, I'm Pat. Petty Ann is back. But I think she's probably been one of my top. Now I have a lot of success stories. Don't get me wrong, but just from watching somebody come in unable to really do much of anything, like completely from the bottom, nothing was right. And now to see her running marathons and 5Ks, and it got to a point where it's gotten to a point now where she actually had to sit down for a few months because she was overtraining. Not necessarily with me, but she would work out with me. She do her weight training. Then she go and run 5 more miles doing at her park. She like to go to this one park. And the doctor basically put her on bed rest, like, hey, no weight training, no nothing. And I told her, I said, now mind you, here's the caveat. Her birthday's coming up. She about to be 46.
Nice.
So it's like she ain't no spring chicken, but she gains more time in her life. And I think what happened was she was just so thrilled that she could get out there and do things. And I was proud of her. I never wanted her to, but I did tell her, I was like, look, I'm glad you're doing all this exercise. I'm happy for you, but we got to do it in a way that our body can still function. Because if you get knocked down on bed rest for 2 months, all of that progress you've made is now going to be diminished. You know what I'm saying? But definitely her. She stuck by my side, biggest supporter, man. One of the people that pushed me so hard, kind of gave me my own confidence because I used to be a very humble guy. I didn't want to post on social media. I kind of was like, I didn't want the eyes. I didn't want the scrutiny. She was like, no, man. And she's Jamaican, so, my island folks, they don't play. They be like, no, big man, so right. So she was very much like, nah, go out there, tell them people, don't hide it, show them, so she was that little bird in my ear. Even though we used to duke it out in them one-on-one sessions, but she used to hate me. She has definitely become probably one of my biggest headaches, but my quietest, biggest supporter. She always there. Always.
Oh, yeah. All right, Miss Lisa B. We appreciate you, Coach D.
Nah, man. Thank y'all. I truly enjoyed it. Y'all made me feel so comfortable. I appreciate y'all.
He was clocking at 10.
I done learned this on Saturday, so now I use it all the time.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you, D. I will say thank you so much for discussing this. Like, I think everybody's like super excited and talking about everything we discussed in this conversation. We got a lot of other people on here. I love it. It was great conversation. I mean, guys, this is our last episode for season 2. God is so good, y'all. Let me tell you.
Amen. Amen.
We appreciate you, Coach. We love you so much.
Nah, man, for sure. Hey, congratulations again, Storm, on your engagement, and Ash. You already know, baby. Hey, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep
That's
going.
it. That's it.
Right.
Nice seeing you, Coach. I'm gonna come check
Yes,
you out.
ma'am.
I'm gonna pull on in.
All right, y'all. Y'all be
We'll
safe.
talk to
All
you
right.
soon, and we love everybody. Good night, guys. That was good.